Thank you so very much for joining us for the news bulletin. You are watching Bulozi TV, the pride of Barotse. We are broadcasting to you live from MONGU, Western Province. Here are the headlines. UPND youths in MONGU mourn Vice District Youth Chairperson Fred MASOKA. MAKAI'S remarks draw mixed reactions from political players in Western Province. Stakeholders concerned over FRA'S failure to announce the 2026-2027 crop buying prices. And in international news, Zimbabwean-born British man appears in South African court over alleged murder of wife and daughters. And in sports news, HAALUBONO dismisses FAZILI'S claims, says Zambia eyes WAFCON title. With the news in detail, my name is Celestina Tiankenji Mbewe. The United Party for National Development, UPND Youth Chairperson for MONGU District, has described the late Fred MASOKA as a dedicated leader who constantly championed the welfare and interests of young people. Speaking in an interview with Bulozi TV News, Lubinda Imasiku expressed deep sorrow over the passing of the party's Vice District Youth Chairperson, describing him as a selfless and committed leader whose death is a great loss to the district. Meanwhile, UPND Youth Chairperson for MONGU Central Constituency, John Chinga, has expressed his condolences to the bereaved family. He further urged the youths to stay strong during this period.
The UPND in MONGU District is mourning the loss of its Vice District Youth Chairperson, Fred MASOKA, whose passing has been described as a significant loss to the party's youth wing. Those who worked closely with the late MASOKA say he was a dedicated and selfless leader who consistently placed the interests and welfare of the young people at the center of his leadership.
UPND president walila, provincial minister walila, provincial chairman ni party kaufya Bulozi kimuna bekezi party na kweterere ukaire musipiri niena mwali politics mu 2015 inge ruya mu opposition inge wautamaka inge uzama ya moni mwale alusire chwana fausire gap yetu na mwa party nilisuba leo party really tiba lisuba leo aikache kwa ikamuso. So as a party luna likutoa ulwati keluluzinga mutu yana lutusa.
Meanwhile, Youth Chairperson for MONGU Central Constituents, John Chinga, has expressed condolences to the family and urged the youths to stay strong during this period. We lost
that kind of people after suffering for so long. Started conversation. Now whereby now we are reaching to the ruling government so that each and everyone should find some benefits. I'm still extending my deepest sorrow to the beloved family. He was our gallant soldier in the UPND sector, whereby he has fought a lot of battles, both from the opposition and the ruling. My message is to the remaining youths, let's be strong, we bury our brother, and let's put focus and encourage ourselves.
Fred MASOKA passed away on 13th July 2026 in Wanika General Hospital, following a reportedly long illness. Mike Moya, for Bulozi TV News in MONGU District, Western Province.
Various political players have expressed mixed reactions towards the recent remarks that were issued by UPND's MONGU Central Constituency aspiring candidate MAKAI, saying that NRPUP's presidential candidate Brian Mundubile and his team are not welcome to Western Province. NRPUP's MONGU Central aspiring candidate Tombi has condemned MAKAI'S remarks, saying his utterance borders on inciting violence in the province. And Tonse Pamozi Alliance Western Province Chairperson Glenn Chingumbe is calling on the police and the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, to take immediate action, saying the remarks have the capacity to spur violence and plant seeds of tribalism in a peaceful community. This is the second time the UPND candidate for MONGU Central has issued such remarks, as he recently said so against Mutotwe Kafwaya.
Remarks by UPND parliamentary candidate for MONGU Central constituency, MAKAI'S, during a campaign rally in MONGU have sparked mixed reactions among political players in Western Province. MAKAI'S recently said in a video that is circulating on social media that the NRPUP presidential candidate Brian Mundubile and his team are not welcome in the province. He also said he cares less about those who support Mundubile. Reacting to the remarks, NRPUP parliamentary candidate for MONGU Central constituency, Bright Tombi, has condemned the comments, describing them as tribal and provocative, saying they risk inciting violence.
For being careless and for inciting people to turn against this Bulozi land into a territory of chaos, which we have enjoyed peace for a long time, we are not going to accept. And I condemn this to the highest order. I'm appealing that any normal human being of MONGU conscience should not adhere to that. Honorable Mundubile is a Zambian citizen. And since this country is a democratic dispensation, he has got the right to contest and compete with others.
And Tonse Pamodzi Alliance Provincial Chairperson Glenn Chingumbe agrees.
Someone seeking for public office is now the one. He is threatening people with violence. He's the one saying he's going to deal with the people. How is he going to deal with them? The UPND talks of not condoning violence, but one wonders what type it is that or why they are parliamentary candidates in MONGU Central is the one now calling for violence.
But UPND MONGU Central Youth Chairperson John Chinga is defending the statement, saying MAKAI'S was only airing his opinion.
He has not done anything wrong. He's right. He knows what he was talking about. So it's not about maybe some violence remarks, but it's just a call to those people who don't know about UPND government and its new dawn. This is the government, the ruling government. So MAKAI'S was trying to defend and to make Mr. Finger in the straight line, whereby he should look back.
Meanwhile, Prince Akashamba Tolewanika said despite MAKAI'S remarks, NRPUP party will go ahead with the campaigns in Western Province.
Well, we are prepared. We are campaigning. My program is to go to the Copper Belt, then proceed to Solwezi, then come to Rukulu, Kaoma, MONGU, Kalabo, Sinanga, Sesheke, and end up in Livingstone.
Nchomunyasi Aminwe, Bulozi TV News, MONGU, Western Province.
The Rural Electrification Authority, REA, has expressed concern over the low number of electricity connections in Western Province. According to REA, only 976 households have been connected, despite 100,000 connection opportunities being allocated to the province. This was reviewed at a stakeholder meeting at Lewanika General Hospital in MONGU on Tuesday, 14th of July, 2026, by REA Southern Regional Manager, Engineer Wazingwa Mugala. The meeting was aimed at identifying the reasons behind the low uptake of electricity connections and engaging stakeholders on possible solutions to improve access to the national grid.
The Rural Electrification Authority (REA) has expressed concern over the low uptake of electricity connections in Western Province, revealing that only 976 households have been connected despite 100,000 connection opportunities allocated to the province. Speaking during a stakeholders meeting at Lewanika General Hospital in MONGU, REA Southern Region Manager Engineer Waziga Mungala said the meeting was convened to identify the factors contributing to low uptake of electricity connection and to engage stakeholders on possible solutions to improve access to the national grid.
We as REA have a set target to increase access to electricity in the rural areas and achieving universal access by the year 2030. We've heard that we can't do this alone. We need collaboration, we need to engage with all the stakeholders in the province. As we are implementing this rural electrification project, there are certain things that we do. What we want to see is a universal access. People have access to electricity. We implement this project and connect so that all the rural areas in the province are connected.
Meanwhile, ZESCO Western Zone Engineer Operations Lloyd Daka said the low number of connections is not because residents cannot afford the 300 connection fee charged by ZESCO, but because many households lack the financial resources needed to wire their homes before they can be connected to electricity.
Maybe poles have been installed, the lines have been constructed, and people are not paying or are not connecting. It's basically an issue of sometimes people failing to do their wiring. So maybe we would ask that maybe for REA to include ready boards on this project, to install ready boards so that we can just be connecting that service cable.
And Western Province Administration Assistant Secretary Mobitelela Sililo said increasing access to electricity in the province is crucial, as it has the potential to unlock economic growth across key sectors including education, healthcare, agriculture, and small businesses.
For Western Province, increased access to electricity is critical. It has the potential to unlock growth in agriculture, agro-processing, fisheries, tourism, and small-scale enterprise development. These are key priority areas for our
Kutemba Kamiji reporting for Bulozi TV News in MONGU, Western Province.
Stakeholders have expressed concern over the Food Reserve Agency's delay in announcing maize and paddy rice buying prices for the year 2026-2027 marketing season. The Zambia National Farmers Union says the delay has left farmers uncertain and vulnerable to exploitation by private buyers. Meanwhile, the Citizens First Party has described the situation as disappointing, urging the government to urgently announce the floor prices to safeguard farmers' livelihoods and restore confidence in the market. Stakeholders have raised concern over the Food Reserve Agency's delay in announcing maize and paddy rice buying prices for the 2026-2027 marketing season. The Zambia National Farmers Union says it is disappointed that FRA did not announce the prices during its July 13th media briefing, despite expectations from farmers and earlier guidance from President Hakainde Hichilema. In a statement made available to Bulozi TV, Zambia National Farmers Union President said the delay comes at a time when farmers have recorded a bumper maize harvest of about 5 million metric tons, leaving them vulnerable to price fluctuations, exploitations by private buyers, and cash flow challenges. The union, however, has welcomed FRA'S position that the maize for the strategic food reserve must meet moisture standards of below 12.5%, but has urged the agency to urgently announce buying prices, provide a clear procedure timetable and payment schedule. Meanwhile, the Citizens First Party has also raised concern over the delay, with its presidential media team member Bangwenavile describing the silence as frustrating, calling on government to ensure prices are announced without further delay.
Fellow citizens, the delay in announcing the maize floor price is unacceptable. Our farmers are frustrated, uncertain, and vulnerable to exploitation by private buyers. The Food Reserve Agency's silence is eroding trust and weakening livelihoods. Citizens First and its president, President Harry Kalaba, we stand firm with our farmers. We demand swift action from government to protect the farmers by ensuring clarity. Farmers feed the nation. They deserve fairness, respect, and timely decisions.
Meanwhile, FRA board chairperson, during a media briefing on the 13th of July 2026, says maize purchases cannot begin until moisture levels fall to 12.5% or below, as buying grain with higher moisture content can lead to spoilage and aflatoxin development. He said the agency has completed preparations for the marketing season and will announce the prices once the necessary conditions are met. For Bulozi TV News, Celestina Mbewe, MONGU, Western Province. The Emerald and Semi-Precious Stone Mining Association of Zambia has appealed to political parties to actively involve the mining industry in shaping policies affecting the sector ahead of future political commitments. Speaking to Bulozi TV News, Association President Victor Kaleya said political leaders should avoid making promises about the emerald industry without first consulting stakeholders who understand its challenges and opportunities. Kaleya said political pronouncements should go beyond campaign rhetoric and instead reflect the views and priorities of those directly involved in the industry.
The Emerald and Semi-Precious Stones Mining Association of Zambia, on behalf of gemstone miners, emerald miners here in Lufanyama Emerald Restricted Area, would like to appeal to political players that as they want to make pronouncements on their agenda towards the emerald industry, they should not just make it rhetoric. It should be something that they have discussed with us and asked us and understand really what we need. We know that all the previous governments have failed us as emerald miners or gemstone miners because they hear or they want to put in action things that they feel is right for them, but they do not want to understand what we appeal of them to do for us to succeed. It's like we celebrate much more of foreign entities extracting our resources and exploiting our resource without any benefit. It is important and imperative that political players from the ruling party to any other political party aspiring to lead this country should understand that the resource that is in these grounds belongs to the people of Zambia. And if it belongs to the people of Zambia, we, the people of Zambia, need empowerment, and empowerment that is, that is able to help us contribute to the national coffers of this country. So we appeal to every political player that is making any pronouncement in terms of emerald mining or gemstone mining to consult us. We appeal that we have the answers. We have the, the way how we can improve this industry.
The National Council of Student Unions, Nakosu has officially endorsed President Hakainde Hichilema's candidature for the forthcoming general election, citing the government's development agenda and policies that it says have directly benefited students across the country. Speaking during a media briefing in Lusaka, Nakosu Secretary General Vincent Sakala praised the United Party for National Development UPND administration for introducing and sustaining key initiatives such as the meal allowances, free education, and other youth-centered programs aimed at improving access to education and enhancing student welfare. The student body said the government's investment in education has eased the financial burden on many families while creating opportunities for more young people to pursue their academic ambitions.
They are friends. Surely, Zambian people, isn't it an emotional topic that today we are seeing our young girl here, who is a beneficiary of free education, aside from that free education which they are benefiting from, the young person is also given school feeding program, which is giving them hope, renewed hope. An investment in the education sector is an investment in the economy of this country. An investment in the education sector is an investment in the health sector of this country. Yeah. For the first time in the history of this country, the mighty Levi Mwanawasa University is receiving bursaries. Because the President of the Republic of Zambia has said, let us educate our nurses. Let us educate the young people who aspire to be doctors. Surely, members of the media, can't we for once, members of the public, can't we for once support such good initiatives? Some people, when the young people come out publicly like this, say we're endorsing the candidate of President Hakainde Hichilema, they'll call them names at Takuta. Hey, Takuta, because we are being given meal allowances. Yeah. We are being given bursaries, which you, the same people, scrapped off from us. We cannot be coerced or moved by the noise which is being apparently purported on social media. Social media will not be persuaded from persuasion and lies. We are objective. We, the young people, today, we are union leaders across the country, union leaders across the family. We are seated with our friends, whom the President of the Republic of Zambia has said, these are my friends. Members of the media, members of the public, are we going to be misled by the people who are telling us Vintu Vadula, Ungawadula, and people who removed skills training? Today, as we are speaking, if you go to on the copper belt, the mines have been revived.
We take a break. Stay with us.
Chikulu, when they said Zambia went into default, did we lose our dignity?
Dignity?
Your sister has found the real question, Chipo. Default did not take our dignity, Chanda. It took away the world's trust. In 2020, the world heard one word from Zambia: default. Default does not feel like a number. It feels like waiting. The school that cannot open its doors. The girl who is ready, and a country that cannot move. So we sent our best to the table. Debt restructuring bought time. It was not a cure. Someone had to do the hard work at home, spend less, and steady the machine that broke us. He took the hardest wheel himself. No one believed it would move. And belief is a thing that spreads. It did not take one strong man. It took all of them pulling the same way. They steadied the machine that broke us, and they are steadying it still. But we had to prove it to the world and earn back the trust we had lost. Trust, once broken, is not given back. It is earned, table after table. He showed them what we owed and what we would do about it. Every figure, every promise, until, one by one, they believed us. That was a good day for this country. When the promise was made good, the trust came back with it. And trust is what turns a plan into something you can build. The plan that waited on paper becomes a school. The girl who was ready could begin. She was not finished. We were not finished.
So dignity came back?
Dignity was here, Chanda. What came back was trust. And trust is work you keep doing every day.
Voting is one of the few moments where we all have a voice.
One person, one vote.
No titles, no status.
Just a choice.
It's not about doing nothing.
It's about showing up.
Because your vote matters.
It's easy.
It's important.
It's ours.
Count me in.
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 Did you know that you've got the right to complain against any radio or television broadcast? Did you also know that every radio or television station has an obligation to respond and address your complaints when aggrieved? The first step is to complain to the station not more than 3 months after the broadcast took place. It is expected that the station will respond reasonably to you, that is within 14 days. If not satisfied, then escalate your problem to the Independent Broadcasting Authority.
We're at Mass Media Complex, Ali King Carter Road,
PO Box 32475, Lusaka, or call us on +260 211 250589 or visit our website at www.iba.org.zm.
IBA, promoting ethical and professional broadcasting.
Bulozi TV is the only commercial television station domiciled in MONGU of Western Province, Zambia, providing homegrown broadcasting. We are licensed by the Independent Broadcasting Authority IBA and carried by TopStar on DTT Channel 120. We are also on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, and WhatsApp channel. Our news is factual, balanced, and delivered on time in 3 languages: English, Simbunda, and Silozi. Our programs range from talk shows, entertainment shows, personality, cultural heritage, political shows, local drama and soaps, children's shows, community live broadcast, and many more. Call the station manager to advertise your business on 0975 210 218 or 0764 907 921 or email us on bulozitv@gmail.com. We are situated in Mbuyuwana compound off Kagrava Road in MONGU. Bulozi TV, the pride of Barotse.
Thank you so very much for staying with us. We continue with the news. And now, international news. A 45-year-old British citizen of Zimbabwean heritage is wanted in the United Kingdom over the alleged murder of his wife and 2 daughters, has appeared before a court in South Africa. The suspect, who was arrested in Johannesburg on Friday following an extradition request by British authorities, is accused of killing his family at their home in Bedfordshire earlier this month. His extradition case has been adjourned to July 22nd, while he also faces a separate charge of illegally possessing a firearm in South Africa. And finally, sports news. Copper Queens assistant coach Charles HAALUBONO says Zambia's focus at the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations is on winning the continental title rather than concentrating on a single opponent. His remarks come after Malawi coach Lovemore Fazeli claimed he knows the strength and weaknesses of the Copper Queens ahead of the two sides clash Group C meeting. HAALUBONO says Zambia's preparations are centered on facing every team in the group as the team targets a successful tournament campaign. While acknowledging that Malawi will be a tough opponent due to the team's recent encounters, HAALUBONO says the Scorchers have improved and deserve respect, but insists the Copper Queens must remain prepared for all their opponents. And that sport item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, here is a recap on the headlines. UPND youths in MONGU mourn Vice District Youth Chairperson Fred MASOKA. MAKAI'S remarks draw mixed reactions from political players in Western Province. Stakeholders concerned over FRA'S failure to announce the 2026-2027 crop buying prices. And in international news, Zimbabwean-born British man appears in South African court over alleged murder of wife and daughters. And in sports news, HAALUBONO dismisses FAZILI'S claims, says Zambia eyes WAFCON title. You can always watch our bulletins on TopStar Channel 120 in MONGU, Limulunga, Nalolo, Lusaka, Chongwe, Chilanga, parts of Senanga, Kalabo, Rufunsa, and surrounding areas. On Facebook, we are Bulozi TV. This has been Celestina Tiankenjimbewe with the news bulletin. On behalf of the entire production crew, keep watching Bulozi TV, the pride of Barotse.